Hello, hello. I'm really hoping that my phone's going to really just work for me today. So we're on live on a couple of channels this morning. We're on live on TikTok and 2 YouTube channels and a Facebook. So you might see me looking at other screens. And if I can get my... All right. Get myself all organized here. Hello, hello. How are you? All right. Let's give it a little bit to get started. All right. There. I can actually move that down a little bit. All right, we're going to keep playing with the phone while we're waiting. Actually, I'll start. Hello, Danzetti. How are you? I'm just sharing out my live. Really hoping my phone would have cooperated so we could go live on both channels. But the phone is being a bugger. Hello, hello. So today we're doing a global meditation on the hour. There's a global meditation that's going on, and that global meditation is on 4 words for 5 minutes. The 4 words are love, peace, unity, and respect. So if you're interested in that, stick around because that's what we're going to be doing on the hour. I figured I'd come on a little bit earlier and make sure that everybody was all ready to go on the hour. And also I'm going to do a collective reading using my very own tarot deck. This is a special tarot deck in the sense that, well, one, I did all the pictures. I created all the pictures on these cards, every one of them. And there's a something else that's very special about this deck, besides the fact that I painted all the pictures and did the book for it. But the other thing that's really, really cool about this deck, besides that, is that it includes the ether element. So most tarots are 4 suits, and those 4 suits represent the 4 elements. But we know there's a 5th element, the 5th element of ether. So this deck includes that 5th element, which is really cool. So you can either choose to use it as a standard tarot deck, which means you just remove the ether section from it. And then you have a standard deck of cards. You can also add the ether section into the cards and then have an expanded deck. So it's just a really, really cool deck. And there's also one special card that's in the deck. And these are the keys to transcendence. And I really love this deck. So I used to do readings all the time. But once I started, come on, phone. Once I started once I made this deck of cards, I didn't want to use anybody else's deck. I just wanted to use my own. So this is a project that's long come to fruition to get it to this point. So I will be showcasing the Etherian Tarot on my lives, and they will be available. I'm going to start with a Kickstarter to get them out there, and then they'll be in production. Very, very exciting deck of cards to showcase. And I'm sure that you'll find as you use them, or as you see them being used, you'll see why they're so amazing. So let's do a collective energy check-in. We have less than 10 minutes before the hour. And again, on the hour, we are going to be meditating for 5 minutes on 4 words. The words are peace, love, unity, respect. Peace, love, unity, respect. So if you don't want to do it with me and stick around, then you can always Do it on your own. So at 1 o'clock, global meditation, we're trying to get as many people at the same time meditating on the same 4 words: peace, love, respect, unity. Peace, love, respect, unity. Okay. All right. So let's see what the collective energy is for today. And we're going to be using my very own Etherian Tarot as the deck of cards. Okay. So what's the message for the collective today? Can I get a good message, Spirit? All right. Let's see what other cards are coming up for us today. No, Spirit's got something to say. Spirit's got something to say. Do you have anything else, Spirit? No? Okay. All right, let me get the cards that threw on the floor. All right. We have some good cards that came out. We did have the 7 of air in the shadow position, so I'll show you this up here. Hello. Ah, yay. I'm so glad that you found me too. So we're going to do this reading. Like I said, this is a deck of cards that I created. All the pictures are painted, or they're actually done in Procreate for me. So we'll look into the 7 of air. It was in the shadow, and so was the 4 of water. So I'll show it upright for you. There you go. All right, we also have the Ace of Waters, we have the Wheel, and we have Justice. Okay, so these cards are going to be available through a Kickstarter initially, but then they'll be available for purchase, and you'll be able to check those out. Right on the hour, so in 6 minutes, we're going to jump into the meditation that we're going to be doing. And again, this is a global meditation. We are meditating for 5 minutes, 4 words: peace, love, unity, respect. Peace, love, unity, respect. And that's what we're going to be doing today. All right. So I'm not going to give a huge reading of what each of the card meanings are because if you understand, this is the book that I wrote for the Etherian Tarot. So there's a lot of information that I've put in for each of the cards, and I don't have it in a binder yet. I don't have it all done up pretty. So for me to look for the cards would take a little bit more. So we did have the 4 of water. The 4 of waters was in the reverse though. And when we have the 4 of water in the reverse, it's asking for awareness. It's asking for emotional renewal. And it's also looking for us to seize opportunities, to open up to new perspectives, and to break free from stagnation. So remember, not all the time that the cards are in the reverse position doesn't mean it's a negative message. Sometimes the message is more positive when we have it in that in the inverted position. So we're just breaking free from stagnation with this. We had the 7 of air, which was the other one that was in a shadow seer position. And this is talking about hidden truths. And when it's in the reverse, that means that clarity is coming, that the truth is being revealed, and that we're going to break through deception, and personal integrity is coming forward. So those are 2 cards that, though they were in the reverse or inverted position, they're actually positive cards. All right, so then we had the Ace of Waters. Now this is newness. This is newness when it comes to love. It can be newness in the emotional area, right? So when we're looking at the Ace of Waters, this is your overflowing cup. And I will be having these images purchasable as a image. So they'll be as a standalone image for those that are interested in certain cards. There are some that are super pretty, and I know that some people have wanted to purchase a print of it. So I will make that available as well. So this can represent new love. It can also represent an emotional awakening, deep healing, heightened intuition, creative inspiration, and overflowing joy. So we've gotten clarity, we're getting alignment, and now we're getting the beautiful overflowing love. Now we have 2 other cards that came out. We have the Wheel. The Wheel is about cycles. So we're always evolving. We're always traveling up the spiral, right? And we'll see things that are the same that we saw before, but we're seeing them from a higher perspective. And it's an opportunity for us to do something different, to evolve in a different way. And then finally, we have the Justice card. And the Justice card reminds you that truth is a force that cannot be escaped. We do. I'm starting a matriarchy. I have a matriarchy group. It's perfect. And I love that. So let's align with honesty. Let's act with wisdom and trust that what is meant to be will always find its way. The universe is watching, ensuring balance is always restored. Balance is always restored. So everything that's going on out there, I'm so happy you guys found me too. So I do true celestial. I'm just going to give a quick brief before we get started here. I do a celestial check-in on Sunday evenings at 8 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Mountain. I do a global celestial check-in. My mind's on the global meditation. I do a celestial briefing. So I check in with the living sky. This is not traditional or mainstream astrology. This is using true sidereal, so the living sky. No, sorry, block. All right, what are we at? We're at 58. Okay. What am I looking at? Oh, there we are. My brain went blank for a second there. I'm looking for my music and my brain just went, what am I looking for? Ah. There we go. That's better. All righty. There's the one I want there. All righty. All righty. He's on here. Can you hear that music? All right. So on Sunday nights, we do a celestial briefing. We check in with the true sky and we align ourselves with the energies for the week going forward. On Wednesdays, I do a whole bunch of different things. We're either talking about dimensions or we're talking about, stuff that, how to connect you to who you are and how you're meant to live. And I showcase that stuff on Sunday. All righty. So we're just about here at the hour and we're going to just settle into our space. If you're in a safe space where you can turn your device off, not turn your device off, you can set your device down, you can sit down, be nice and secure. So if you do get a little bit easy or relax you're not going to drop your phone and you're not going to fall over. All right, so make sure to say, all righty, so let's get into this. All right, so I just want you to close your eyes. I want you to slow and deepen your breath. Bring our breath in through our nose, down into our tummy, up to our chest, and then exhale nice and slowly, like we're blowing kisses, we're blowing candles, and just taking our time. Another breath in, nice and deep, down into the belly, up into the chest. Exhale, nice and slowly. Take one deep breath before returning to your normal rhythm. Nice and slow. As we're meditating today, we are meditating on 4 words or ideas. And you can add more if you like. We are meditating on peace, seeing that travel around the world. Each one of us, a beautiful node connected to the divine matrix through this field of quantum energy, we expand for conquer love and send that emotion out around the world through this beautiful node. Next, think of unity. Think of how each one of us connected down. We all return to the all. Part of the one. years, how I treat you reflects on me. Turn to the concept of peace. Beautiful energy. You can send water to specific areas where you feel like there's extra that's required. You know there are areas around the world, wars, gratitude, there's all kinds of chaos around us. Send this light, this love to each heart, to each soul. Bring love into your body now. Saturate all that love in your heart chakra. It's through the sacred heart, the seat of your soul, we are going to send out that beautiful love, divine love, through the field, out to every soul, every to unity, include the planet, all of the heavens, plants and trees, animals, we are all one. We are all one. When we're focusing on respect, at this point in time, maybe you're sharing respect with another guy. Maybe you're seeing yourself clean up garbage that has been left around. All things, sharing love around the world, respecting not just people, but all peace, love, unity, respect. Inhale, peace, pushing it around the world. Inhale, unity, see that travel around each of us connecting. Inhale, respect, exhale, and send that around the world to others. Now, one of the things that I like to do. Oh, no one can hear me? Oh, no way. I should have done it with my eyes open. I'm so sorry about that. Much too, I can't even, I'm not used to not having my mouse. I apologize. We're all doing it together and just a little too involved in my own side here. And I didn't realize it was too loud. Hello. Hello. I usually do a sound check in. I'm sorry. I was so quick. Either way, we were all meditating on the same thing, right? We were all meditating on peace, love, unity, and respect. So even though I couldn't be heard, the energy was shared and the intention was clear. And we were all sharing in. The other thing I'd like us to do is just all globally, everyone that's here right now, can we focus on just sending awareness, just awareness of your soul energy to everybody, okay? This way here, we can send out maybe some hope that some people will awaken. Maybe they'll become more aware of their heart. Maybe they'll become more aware of their soul. Yes, completed and claimed, absolutely. I was so getting jumped on time that I didn't check the music. I'm sorry, it was so loud. I thank you for hanging out and doing that. I think that we should have Global Meditation Day every week. And maybe I'll set something up. We'll figure out a day that works. And maybe we'll do it on Saturday. We'll just have our global meditation on Saturday. And we'll start it at 11 and 1 o'clock because it's 11 for me and 1 for you. And we'll just hang out and we'll focus on all the wonderful things that we can send around the world. And then we'll just make this a standing arrangement. But we'll figure it out. I think I like that idea. The more people that come together with the same idea, with the same focus, the same intention, the more powerful that it is. And the wave of change that happened today because of all of us coming together to meditate and hold space for peace, love, unity, and respect, this was powerful. There were literally millions of people at the same time as us holding those same intentions, those same feelings, those same ideals for the world. Right? It's so incredibly powerful. We are more powerful than we realize. You as an individual carry so much power, and the biggest thing that you can do is be sovereign, right? And in your sovereignty, from that space of knowing that you are controlling your reality, you're choosing your reality, you're participating in it, from choosing the intention to live from a very loving, respectful, unified space, you're affecting everything around you. That node energy that you create in your space lights up even more. And I've talked about this before about how somebody that's fully awakened is about the same energy as 15,000 souls that are asleep. It takes one awakened soul to light up like a city. That's how much energy we create when we're aligned with our soul. So stuff like this interests you, talking about connecting to your soul, spirituality, living in harmony with all life, and working with the truth, then you can come, you found the right place. Come and hang out with us. Peace, love, light. I love you. Love you too. Send beautiful, beautiful energy. I'll send beautiful energy to your son. Warm healing energy. Thank you for stopping by. But do tell him that I said hello and I send him lots of love and best wishes for speedy recovery. And I can't wait to catch up with you. So yeah. All right. Did you guys want some cards? Do we want to do a couple of cards before I cut out? Did you want an individual card? See what's coming up for you. Now, do remember these are my own cards. I painted every picture. I made every picture. I wrote the book. These are my cards. These are the Aetherian Tarot. It is the keys to transcendence. So if you do want a card, you just have to ask, and I will give you a quick little card. We got some yeses there. All right, anarchy. Let's see what anarchy has. Have you ever looked at your true sidereal and saw what your natal chart was under the living sky before? We have the Seven of Earth. I'm going to show you that nice and close for you to see it. What it looks like. You see underneath of it, there's like a grid, all these circles. And because I'm going to give you a bit of what the actual message is in the book because it's so deep, right? I wanted so much depth in my book in writing this. I even went into symbolism and meanings of why I drew it that particular way. So, help if I went to the earth and not the water. And the water meaning not not align with that card at all. Um, Seven of Earth. You'll understand why I wanted to read it. Absolutely, absolutely. Okay, so the Seven of Earth represents the moment of pause and assessment. It's a time to reflect on the seeds that you have planted and the progress that you have made. It is a card of long-term investment, patience, and evaluating efforts before taking the next step. This card encourages you to trust in divine timing, even if the results are not immediate. Your dedication and hard work are leading to something fruitful. It reminds you to step back, review your progress, and ensure that you are nurturing the right areas in your life. And you probably got a bunch of that right now because of the eclipse season, and then going from the eclipse to the equinox, things were brought to light, and then the equinox is asking us to balance before taking a step forward. So in the upright position is patience, waiting for results, long-term investments, reassessing progress, and sustainable growth. And what it's asking is, or asking you to say is, I trust in divine timing and allow my efforts to take root and flourish in their own time. So the guidance for growth is have patience, good things will take time to develop. Assess your progress. Are you nurturing the right areas, or do you need to redirect your efforts? And trust the process. Just because the results aren't visible doesn't mean growth isn't happening beneath the surface. Very powerful card. Does that align with you at this time, Anarchy? All right. Leonore. I like your name. All right, let's see. Leonore. I get a nice message. Off my list. You're welcome. All right. So you got the hanged man. This is my representation of the hanged man. So what the hanged man represents is surrender, patience, seeing things differently. It can be about a perspective shift, about releasing control, divine timing again, a deep spiritual insight and shifting perspective. So the hanged man, I'm going to actually read more from the book because there's so much, like I said, depth in each of the cards. More So the hanged man is the wisdom of surrender. And it represents new perspective, surrender, and that deep wisdom that comes from stillness and sacrifice. Okay? So it is the card of letting go, not out of defeat, but out of trust. Yeah, I can turn music off now. And rather than saying, what language is she speaking? You could just ask me, or you could even just say, your voice is choppy in case you're not aware. And I wasn't aware. Okay. I'm speaking English. It's my primary language. And if you couldn't hear because it was choppy, why are you not talking? Why are you talking to me as a her? That is perfect. I can hear her perfect. I'm a she, or it's weird the way they say that. Anyway. All right. Back to Leon. Now I have to, how's your name? Go up there. No, I can't see your name. It's just out of frame. Leonore, there we go. All right, Leonore. So the hanged man reminds you that sometimes the greatest action is inaction. Okay, embrace the fire, let yourself be transformed, and trust that in this moment, sorry, that just threw me off. Hi, Kanzi. Are you still there, Leonore? Are you still there? Because if I'm reading a card and you're not there, that doesn't make any sense at all. All right. Did anyone else want a card before I leave for the day? You have to stay to hear it, though. Can I get a message for Kanzi? So you got the 7. Oh, you're still here. Sorry, Leonore. I'm sorry. I thought you were gone, so I was not going to finish reading. So I'll continue reading with the Hanged Man for you, and then I'll go on to the card for Kanzi. Okay. So in the if you're feeling stuck, the Hanged Man is asking you to shift your perspective. Okay. Sometimes when you look at things from a new angle, you can see it in a different light, and you may get information that you hadn't received before. Just allow those answers to come to you naturally. The Hanged Man is connected to water, which represents flow, emotional depth, and the surrender to life's currents. However, there is the presence of ether as well. And so because that is strong within this card, it also symbolizes the higher wisdom and divine awareness that can only be accessed when one transcends the material perspective. So there's a ritual for activation using this card, and it's going to ask you to sit in a quiet space. Sorry, the Hanged Man, I showed you the next card, but it's going to ask you to sit in a quiet space. Close your eyes and imagine yourself floating in a vast ocean, suspended in time, effortlessly supported by the universe. Okay, and then you're going to breathe deeply and say, I surrender to the flow of life. I trust in divine timing. I release control and allow wisdom to find me. Okay, so that's the card from the Hanged Man. Okay. Back to the 7. You got the 7 of Earth is what card you got, Kanzi. The 7 of Earth is a card that I already actually pulled today once for, what was his name? Anarchy. That is so weird. Okay. Yeah, I got my book mixed up. Alrighty. Interesting, guys. I got my book mixed up. That's okay. That's okay. I'm saying it's okay, but secretly on the inside, my body's going, oh no, my book is mixed up. Oh no. Oh no. Oh, that makes me not happy that I got my book all mixed up. You're welcome. Sorry about that. Just a little, that is so weird. Where did they go? Hi, Michelle. How are you? I'll get you a card in a minute. I just ended up mixing up my book here, and I have to put it back in order. Somehow I threw a part of the section in there differently, and that has it all. Okay, we've got Earth there. Yeah, I think I put it backwards in some spot. 3 of water, 5 of water, and there. That's where we got sidetracked, was there. Is that what it is? Things just happen to you like in that way. It just, Okay. All right. We're back to the card and I've got the book opened. Oh, nice. Yes. It's also Mercury retrograde. I mean, we could talk about that. It's just about reviewing. It's about taking an opportunity to sit with things, to review conversations that you've had or decisions that you're about to make. It wants you to go through the information a little bit longer, is what retrograde is about. It's an opportunity to review what you've recently done. So with the Seven of Earth, okay, the Seven of Earth in the upright, it is patience. It's waiting for results, long-term investments, assessing progress, and sustainable growth. The Seven of Earth represents a moment of pause and assessment, a time to reflect on the seeds that you have planted and the progress that you have made. It is a card of long-term investment, patience, and evaluating efforts before taking the next step. Which tribe are you from, Kenzie? This card encourages you to trust in divine timing, even if the results are not immediate. Your dedication and hard work are leading to something fruitful. It reminds you to step back, review your progress, and ensure that you are nurturing the right areas in your life. It is ruled by the earth. This card aligns with the stability and persistence of Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn. It teaches the power of endurance and wise planning. Nice. Nice. I'm Mohawk from Southern Ontario, down in the more along the Adirondacks, but Bay of Quinte. So ruled by earth. So the guidance from this card to align with it is to have patience, knowing that good things take time to develop, to assess your progress. Are you nurturing the right areas, or do you need redirect your efforts? And trust the progress, because the results aren't visible. Just because they're not visible doesn't mean that growth isn't happening under the surface. So the Seven of Earth is a reminder that success isn't always immediate. It takes time, dedication, and careful cultivation. Trust that your efforts are leading to something meaningful, and use this moment of pause to ensure that you are aligning with your highest path. Perfect. I think I got the book back in the right order. All righty, Michelle, I'll get a card for you. And hello. Does that seem to align with what's going on right now, that you need to take a pause and have a decision? You're welcome. All right, Michelle, are you still there? And Michelle, I have the same last name. My mom's maiden name, same last name. All righty. Michelle, you got one of my favorite cards, and it's just, I love this card. I think it's just absolutely beautiful. This is the Empress, which is one of the major arcana cards. And what the Empress is about creativity, abundance. It's about fertility, nurturing energy. It is, I'm going to open up the book because I want to give you, perfect. I want to give you the big meaning in the book, Michelle. There. So the Empress is the cosmic mother. The Empress is the embodiment of divine creation, abundance, and nurturing energy. She represents the sacred flow of life, the fertile ground where all things are born and flourish. She is the mother of the cosmos, the bringer of beauty, and the source of infinite flow. This card is a reminder to trust in the natural cycles of growth, to nurture your dreams, and to embrace the creative force within you. The seed of light, it goes into all of the information about the image, right? Like it actually, I talk about the imagery in the card. So like the vibrant gold and purple that's in there and everything else. The activation message of this card is the Empress calls you to embrace your role as a creator, whether it be through art, nurturing relationships, manifesting abundance, or possibility. Okay. Anyway, sorry, I got to put my book together in a thing, so then I can keep it organized, because that would make it really, really easy and much better to read. I don't read the cards like that. I just read them as tarot cards, right? I would just do the reading of what the tarot card is, but I really want to give the meanings that are here. So with this card, we want to make sure, there, the Empress. So the Empress is calling you to embrace your role as a creator, whether it be through art, nurturing relationships, manifesting abundance, or birthing new ideas. This is a time to trust in the flow of life, allowing yourself to receive and cultivate what brings you joy and fulfillment. You are deeply connected to the source of all creation. What will you bring to life? So the Empress, when we look at it, she's deeply connected to earth energy, as she represents the fertile ground from which all things grow. However, her energy flows beyond the material world. She is also infused with the essence of ether, the divine force that breathes life into existence. She embodies the perfect balance of matter and spirit, creation and surrender, nurturing and expansion. And there is an activation where you would hold this card to your heart, close your eyes, visualize golden energy flowing through you, connecting you to the infinite creative force of the universe. Feel yourself expanding with love, abundance, and divine nurturing energy. And then speak aloud. I am creation. I am abundance. I am love. I nurture my dreams and trust in the flow of life. So the final insight is the Empress is here to remind you of your infinite creator potential, whether you are bringing forth new life, new ideas, or new energy. Trust that you are supported by the divine flow of the universe. You are the fertile ground, the nurturer, the artist of your own existence. Embrace your power and create with love. That's your message, Michelle. And I think before we do too many more card readings and stuff like that, I think I'm going to put my book together in a nice binder so that it's not going to get all mixed up. It'll make it easier to read for it. I just started putting some of the writing stuff on the backs of the cards for myself, just to give me some little cues. But yes. You're welcome. Did that align? Do you feel like you're in that birthing or in that new life, or that newness is coming out? Right? I do have some good organizational skills when I use them. And that's the important thing, right? We have to use it. We have to use it all. So yeah, I will be back live on tomorrow night at 6 p.m. Mountain, 8 p.m. Eastern, where we will be doing the celestial briefing. So if you're interested to find out what we're looking at for the week ahead, according to the living sky, and how to work with those energies, join me here on either TikTok, YouTube, or Facebook. I go live on all of them. And if you're not interested in the celestial briefing, you can check me out on Wednesday. Wednesday, we do a variety of different things, but it's all about embodied leadership. It's about who you are and how you're meant to live according to the divine truth. So this is living outside of all of the lies that we've been being fed. So you can come and check me out there. If you're looking for readings, you can find readings on my website. I do true sidereal readings or Christic astrology. And if you're looking to settle your nervous system, I have Return to Center, which is a 10-day self-paced course where you can return to center. It has a whole bunch of practices in it, plus a guidebook that you get that gives you even more practical tools that you can use. So these will be little practices where you either get a somatic practice, breath work, or energy clearing practice, or something like that. There's 10 days of it, and all it is just in the chaos of the world. It's just to bring you back to center, back to balance. So it's a beautiful course, 10-day, like I said. So you can go check those things out at Anshara'El, or like I said, catch me back here on the next time that I'm live. I love you. Have a wonderful day, and thank you for joining me for the global meditation and sticking around for some cards, even if they were a little bit sloppy this afternoon. Love you guys. Have a beautiful day. You're welcome. Love you. Come join me again. Bye, guys.